Walker Buehler back on the mound at Yankee Stadium. You'll see Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. First pitch from Walker misses outside, and that is ball one. Grisham has been a revelation for these Yankees. Longtime veteran. He's been clutch. He's just stacked big hits for them. Of course, it helps to hit in front of Judge. The 1-0 is a little bit outside. Juan Soto learned a thing or two about that last year. And Walker Buehler has thrown 2 balls on the same mound where he stood October 30th last year. Last out of the World Series. 2-0. That's a strike. Fastball on the corner. It is 2-1. I'm not going to rant too much early in this game about umpires, but you got 40,000 plus people in the ballpark. Call the strike. 2-1. The pitch. Grisham swings and misses. That was really good there from Buehler. And it's 2-2.
You're saying be verbal. He just kind of puts his hand up.
Put your hand out quickly. Let's go.
I like when they make a little sound with it, too. A little old school. Yeah.
Like 2. Trent Grisham has a 2-2 count. He's been really good. 13 homers, 26 driven in. Buehler talked about the nerves he felt taking the mound here in that 9th inning of Game 5. That was the day the Yankees absolutely bungled away a chance to get back in the series. That disastrous 5th inning, and Buehler capitalized. 2-2. The pitch is inside. Good cutter. His slider from Walker. And it's 3-2. He faced 2 lefties in that inning, and he struck out Alex Verdugo, did Walker. He generally rises to these occasions. He was not good, though, last time in Atlanta. 3-2. The pitch is fouled off. And again, here is the essence of what makes Judge Judge. I mean, you don't want to face him ever. You don't want to face him with runners on base.
Yeah, if you do, nobody on it. Solo's not going to kill you, but you cannot walk the guy in front of him.
So Grisham knows he's probably going to get something to hit here. 3-2 in the bottom of the first. The pitch is high, ball 4. That just cannot happen. I mean, that's a fastball way up and out of the zone. And here's Judge, who has only seen Buehler 2 times. That was in that postseason, and 1 time earlier. He's 0 for 2 against him, but this is the man of the moment in Major League Baseball. All Aaron Judge has done this year is lead the big leagues in batting average, on base, slugging, and really the premier player and hitter in the game. The pitch is drilled into center field, a base hit. That's headed for the gap. Cedon races to his right. He picks it up on a backhand. Judge is going to test him. The throw to second is high. Toro did a good job backing it up. An accurate throw. I think they had Judge. Cedon probably had time to set his feet and throw, but it's a gap shot double for Aaron Judge, and here come the Yankees.
So the reason Aaron Judge ran there is because Cedon did a good job of coming up like he was throwing to third base and then redirecting it, but it did cost him his accuracy on that throw. But had he come up like he was going to second base, I don't know if Judge would have made that turn. So you take that chance to throw him out there. Even at 6'8", 280, Judge still moving really well.
I'd rather you just keep him at first, to be honest. Second and third, no out. And here is Cody Bellinger in the pinstripes. He takes a strike on the inside corner, slider, and it's 0-1. Well, the Red Sox go down in order, and here we go. Bellinger, 257, 9 homers, 35 driven in. Buehler throws. And a line drive to short, caught by Story. Wow, a missile. And that is very lucky for Walker Buehler. He gets his former teammate on a missile to short as Aaron Judge slaps Trevor Story on the backside. Wow.
Yeah, Bellinger, I mean, great swing, right? He just, unfortunately, he hit it right where there was a defender. Trevor Story aligned perfectly waiting for that one. Little hop, caught it right above the cap.
Now this is Paul Goldschmidt, right-handed slugger who's had a renaissance year. He takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Buehler very familiar with him. For Walker, for Bellinger, for Goldschmidt, this is their first taste of this rivalry. Goldschmidt against Buehler, 3 for 11 with a home run. Big spot here, second and third. The pitch flied down the right field line. It's always dangerous that direction, but that one was spoiled outside the pole, and it is 1-1.
Have you seen Paul Goldschmidt's splits? He's hitting 260 against righties, 510 versus lefties.
Good thing.
So odd.
Buehler's a righty.
Well,
second and third, 1 out. The pitch is chopped foul on the third base side.
It's just so rare you see something like that.
Goldschmidt does not have much hair left, but he does have a lot of hits left in that right-handed bat.
Got a lot of forearms left, too.
No kidding. We're in number 48 in the pinstripes. What a big spot this is for Buehler. 1-2, 1 out. Yankees at second and third. Here's the pitch, and it is strike three called on the corner, a slider. Buehler gets the benefit of the doubt from Mark Wegner, and they're 2 away.
I mean, that was just a perfectly executed, about a ball off the plate, got the call. Ooh. Little downer at 88 miles an hour. Just Goldschmidt doesn't even flinch at it.
Well, and how good is Carlos Narvaez?
Oh,
the soft hands to steal that strike. Here is Jazz Chisholm just off the injured list and hot. The pitch is swung on and missed. That was nasty from Buehler, a slider, and it's 0-1.
That's a great first pitch. I love these guys being aggressive with fastballs, but Jazz Chisholm is a big ambush fastball guy. That was a slider, started like a fastball, broke out of the zone.
2 down, bottom 1, scoreless. They lead the Yankees at second and third. The pitch, swing, and a foul off the end of the bat. That was a curveball, and Buehler is ahead of Chisholm, 0-2. Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. They're here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. 0-2. Got to put Chisholm away now. They set up in the 0-2. Is skied to center field. Rafaela back at the warning track at the wall. Cedon can't get it. And it's off the top of the wall and gone. An 0-2 mistake, a 3-run homer, and the Yankees lead it 3-0. Nightmare on 161st Street. Another 0-2 homer surrendered by the Red Sox.
That was a knuckle curve there from Buehler, actually about 6 inches below the strike zone. It was a ball. Chisholm, very good low ball hitter, goes down and gets that and hits a missile off the top of the wall for the 3-run homer. 1 pitch from getting out of that, Buehler was.
Well, how often have we heard it that hitters just sit soft against these Red Sox? He was ready for that as Jason Dominguez, the man they call the Martian, takes a strike on the outside corner. Cedon gave it a look, but bounced just off the top of the wall and out of here. 0-1. Swing and a miss. That was a good slider, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and look, that wasn't a terrible pitch from Buehler. That's a ball. It's a good swing by Chisholm, but you have to know how well he hits the ball low in the zone. You almost want to elevate there. Something away from him, something up above the zone, not something down there. Lefties like the ball down.
He's now 6 for 12 since coming off the injured list. Plays with a lot of flair, does Chisholm. The 0-2. Down and in. I'm not in the meetings. I don't have all the information. I don't have the books. But I watch every pitch and every game, and there are way too many 0-2 home runs allowed. Way too many. 1-2 to Dominguez. The pitch is just inside.
How often lately, too, has this team just dug a hole within the first inning, second inning, been down 3, 4, 5, 6 runs even?
The starter's OPS in the first inning is the worst in baseball. And the Yankees have 3 here, and here's another hit for Dominguez. It bounces on 1 hop in front of Wilyer Abreu. That's another 2-strike hit. On a breaking ball, and Dominguez is aboard with 3 in and 2 out.
Yeah, another one, another breaking ball. It is below the zone, but you said it. Teams know we don't throw fastballs. They know the Red Sox are going to throw a lot of spin, and they are up there looking for it.
I mean, Buehler allowed 10 hits in his last start. The leadoff walk to Grisham is an absolute killer. Sets the wheels in motion, and even if he was 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, he did not. Here is the right-handed hitting Volpe, Anthony Volpe, who takes a slider outside 1-0. I mean, you wonder whether the fastball that missed to Grisham made Walker Buehler lose confidence in that pitch. 1-0. Way outside. Fastball not close, and it's 2-0, and good visit now for Carlos Narvaez. Walker has thrown 21 pitches, 7 sinkers, 3 four-seamers, 8 sliders, 2 curveballs, and a cutter. And the Yankees, on the back of Jazz Chisholm, lead 3-0. Alex Bregman is here in the dugout. He's got a very concerned look on his face. And look, it's not just planning, it's also execution of these pitches. The 2-0 is a slider, fouled off on the first base side. It's 2-1. Buehler's fastball is not what it was in the peak of his career.
Oh, but we're still seeing 96. He's just not locating his pitches right now. But Volpe being late on the slider there, 2-0, tells me he was looking for the off speed.
Yep. 2-1. Pitch drilled into deep right field. Always trouble here. This thing's back, and it is gone. 2-run homer for Anthony Volpe. Opposite field. The short porch. Disaster in New York. It's 5-0 Yankees.
You know, I was thinking right along with Walker there. Look, Volpe was very late on the 2-0 slider. I thought he could throw fastball past him too. Unfortunately, that was middle. You're trying to beat somebody with velocity, you have to elevate that pitch. It's just a fastball center cut.
I mean, the Red Sox starting pitching lately, and really all season long, other than Garrett Crochet, has just been on the ropes in the first inning way too often. It's a slider to Austin Wells in there for strike one. The amount of damage in the first inning is hard to fathom. Think about the last week. The 0-1 is a little bit outside.
I mean, think about just the Angels series.
Yeah.
6-0. 4-0. Now you're down 5-0 again. This is in the span of 4 games.
1-1. Little looper in a shallow right field. That is going to be down for another hit. In front of Abreu. Slider. Fisted in on Wells, but the Yankees have their 5th hit, and they continue in this bottom of the first inning. We'll pull up the starting pitching numbers, not only in the first inning, but over the last month or so, Will, in terms of early in games. They just paint themselves into a corner over and over again. So here's DJ LeMahieu. He lines it down the right field line, foul. So the Yankees will bat around in the first inning.
The Yankees just flexing their muscle right now, going, we're better than you.
Well, right now they are. 0-1. 5-0 Yankees. Pitch is outside, called a strike. And that's not debatable right now, Will. I mean, and the thing about it is, when you look on paper, so much of baseball is the starting pitcher that day. The momentum is all in that arm. But there's more to it here. The 0-2, way outside. We've seen that too often, too. 0-2, not even close.
I don't blame them after the last few 2-strike pitches that have been hit out of the ballpark. It would scare me away from the zone, too.
But when you compare the veteran presence on this Yankee team to what the Red Sox have, it's unbelievable. The 1-2 is a chopper off of Buehler's glove, then his chest. It plays Plinko. He gloves, throws to first, inning over. But not before disaster strikes. 2 homers, 5 runs. Sox were a pitch away from getting out of it.